This DLC torch is bugged, and the bug can brutally one-shot you. It's absolutely disgusting, and it's not the first time something like this has happened in Elden Ring before. In case you are unfamiliar, Deathblight is a status effect in Elden Ring, just like bleed or poison, with the only difference being that if you get afflicted with it, you will be brutally impaled from the inside out, and you'll get a game over.
Hey, boss.
So as you can see, it's pretty dangerous. In the first month of Elden Ring, there was a glitch involving the Fire's Deadly Sin incantation, which sets you on fire, dealing damage to yourself and surrounding enemies. Nothing out of the ordinary, but if you used the incantation on yourself and then coated your Eclipse Shuttle with its Ash of War called Death Flare, this monstrosity would occur. Every tick of Fire's Deadly Sin would apply Deathblight buildup. So if you stood close to the guy for long enough, you were basically dead no matter what. This glitch was patched by the beginning of March 2022. Although the glitch persisted with its infamous IGN variation, where instead of using Deathblight, they would use Bloodflame Blade to inflict bleed. Eventually, both glitches were finally gone from the game, and Elden Ring players rejoiced once more, free from the pestilent cancer that was the glitch. Until now. Introducing to you, Nanaya's torch. Nanaya's torch is a new type of torch exclusive to the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. It is a torch that inflicts madness on hit.
Maidenness.
A status effect that will stun you in place for 3 seconds while dealing health damage and FP damage. You need 10 strength, 10 dexterity, 14 intelligence, and 16 faith to use it, which are very low requirements for being such a crazy tool.
Get it?
As you may have elaborated in your rotting grey matter by now, the Ash of War shoots beams of madness all over the place. And each one of them causes a very big chunk of madness build-up. But of course, that's not the smelliest part of this dung cake. As an even more asinine version of the old IGN glitch, Nanaya's torch will inflict any status effect that your right-hand weapon inflicts, alongside madness. This includes Scarlet Rot, Bloodflame Blade like the old IGN glitch, and of course, Deathblight.
Oh look, you've been impaled.
Each tick causes relatively small build-ups of Deathblight. And if this were only the case, it would not be so bad. But at the same time, you're being bombarded with Hiroshima levels of radiation for the madness build-up, which is very dangerous no matter how you look at it. And since status effects in this game can affect you through rolls, due to the repulsive netcode implementation of From Software for Elden Ring, the sequence pretty much goes like this. You will get afflicted with madness relatively quickly, whether you dodge the thing or not. You will be stunned in place. The guy will point blank you with the torch for more Deathblight and madness buildup, and you will either get impaled in your poop manufacturer on the spot, or roll away a bit in an effort to merely delay the inevitable impaling. This glitch is disgusting and extremely easy to do. Just like its first iteration. Experienced players can find a way to deal with this monster, but more casual players would feel completely overwhelmed merely by the madness build-up, let alone with Deathblight involved in the equation. This thing has to go now.
Know your place, trash!
So we are leaving in the description a link to Bandai Namco's ticket submission page where you can inform the glitch directly to Bandai. If they receive enough complaints about it, the glitch will most likely be fixed by the next patch. Or hell, they could even release a hot fix for it. So remember, links in the description. In the meantime, I suppose I can tell you what to do in case you find one of these glitch abusers. There are two ways to prevent getting afflicted with status effects. One is by wearing talismans and armor that increase the resistance stat that corresponds to the status effect in question. For example, the new Solitude set from the DLC, which is obtained after defeating a very early DLC boss, has very good focus increases, which is the resistance stat that delays the infliction of madness, while Lusat's set has a very big vitality increase, which is the resistance stat that delays the infliction of Deathblight. Talismans like the Prince of Death's Cyst or the Clarifying Horn Charm will respectively increase your vitality and focus, while the Ailment Talisman will help only with madness, as it will protect you against the last status effect you got inflicted with. Equipment like the Pillory Shield or the Spiral Horn Shield will also increase your vitality and focus, respectively. The other way to prevent status effects is by consuming boluses. Clarifying boluses are good for madness, while rejuvenating boluses are good for Deathblight. The most effective way to deal with this glitch is to equip as many anti-madness things as you can while keeping rejuvenating boluses in your quick menu. This will make it harder for the torch to stun you, and you can just keep eating those poopy goodies to dissipate the Deathblight meter. The other way around works as well, equipping as many anti-Deathblight things as you can, but you probably won't act fast enough to dissipate the madness build-up with clarifying boluses. The first strategy works best because it can negate both status effects, not just one. And remember that the torch deals no poise damage at all, so guerrillaing your way in with anti-madness stuff tends to work well. And that's all there is to say about this spaghetti code monstrosity. So go report it to Bandai right the now. Bye.
Oh, I've been impaled.